Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome back to Project Palermo. Computers might be horrible and may have betrayed me, but what hasn't betrayed me is Palermo's form. We're going to play a Champions League game. We're going to play a league game. We're going to have a jolly old time. Let's jump in. Welcome to the DP Dome with your old mate DP. It's time for Project Palermo, and things are going quite well. We are third in the league. We are 4 points behind Milan after losing to them. But something that was awesome, which I definitely want to give you a quick goosey at, is we beat Inter 2-0. They had a player sent off. Zola scored a pen, and then they scored an own goal that really should have gone to us. Otto Graziani and Gif Sakane have been in the goals, and the results have been pretty good. Now, the Manchester City game, we got absolutely battered 3-0. We were awful, and then we bounced back with a 4-0 victory over Fiorentina. These are the matches that I wanted to show you in an episode, and the thing wouldn't render. Fingers crossed we have more success today. If you're watching this, we totally did. We beat Ghent 2-0. We beat Lazio 3-0. There was a long international break and we scored 15 goals in 2 matches, which is insane. And then, of course, the win over Inter and then a 2-2 draw against Juventus. We were 2-0 up in the first half and we threw it away after I made my substitutions. So some of the youngsters and bit part players, maybe not quite up to snuff. But today, we are going to play, I was going to say Salzburg and Monza, but we're going to play Salzburg and PSG. That's the mission. 2 Champions League games is what we are going to do. Nothing really has been going on. I haven't made, I think I did arrange a transfer, actually. No, didn't happen. I think I put in an offer for a guy and he didn't want to come here. So that's fine. I've rotated a little bit for this match. Finances. We're fine. We've got money coming through the door because of loans, which is nice. And I'm just trying to fix. There we go. We're back in the black for our wage budget. Yay. But still 52 million quid sitting in the bank account, which is pretty awesome. And dynamics wise, things are looking up. Club atmosphere is excellent. Managerial support is excellent. Team cohesion is good. Hopefully it'll get better. And I've moved one of the youngsters back to the under 20s. I'll get constant reminders that he's too old and needs to come to the first team, but he's cracking it. And he's got a grumpy on, so no. And this guy wants more game time, but he's not good enough. So maybe against the lesser teams like Monza and so on and so forth, but otherwise, no dice. Let's stop messing around and go play a football game against RB Salzburg or Red Bull, who everybody wants to beat, and it's going to be fun. I've rotated a little bit because the fixture congestion's been pretty harsh, and this is the squad we're throwing out there in the Champions League. Brits in goal, Maturo at left back, Raul, who's been excellent at centre back, Sakati at centre back, and Ratnik playing on the right hand side. Let's get some game time into him. We need to take him off the loan list too. Pires playing as a defensive midfielder. Now, where has he gone? Mauro, there you go. He's been fantastic. His match ratings don't really do him justice, but I love what I'm seeing from this guy. I want to give Janssens a rest because he's been playing a lot of football. We'll swap him out for Graziani later. And I want to get some game time into Pires to help him develop. So these guys filling in at midfield. Graziani up there. Sakane on the left. Zakir gets the nod on the right just to rest Chouna. And Endrick up front. Probably the biggest news at the moment. Tammy Abraham's injured. He's going to be out for a little bit. He's damaged his groin. That looks very painful, especially if you're the male of the species. And he's going to be out for about another week to 3 weeks. So we haven't really missed him, to be honest. We've been scoring a lot of goals, but they've been spread around the team. I'm not against that. I'm fine with that. But, yeah, it's not ideal. Doing this silly thing where I've got to take players out again. And who else can come out? Probably this guy. There we go. That should do it. 3 players out. Fine. Get Tuna back in on the bench. Solus. And I guess we can have another one. So I'll throw Xiaobi in. There we go. Job done. Fixed now. Game's happy. Let's play some Football Manager. I should really pay more attention to that. It is weird having 15 subs on the bench in the league. It's very odd. Especially when you can still only make 5 changes. And then having to adjust between that and Champions League where you can only have 12 is weird. I'll get the hang of it at some point. We'll just rev everybody up. Let's go out there, beat Red Bull Salzburg and continue our winning ways after the last match in the Champions League. Hopefully, at least. Yeah. Okay. We are off to the races and we've had a shot, but no highlights yet. We just want to put in good performances. We're 20th in the Champions League right now as things stand. We need to be all the way up here in the fancy pants bits. We don't need to look at results yet because we don't, the permutations don't matter. But the first attacking highlight goes to Salzburg. We're clear, and here goes Pires. He's still not training well. He hates the training regime I've set up, and I've pondered sending him out on loan. Endrick is in though, with the first goal of the game. That's his third goal of the season, and that was brilliantly set up with the cross from Zakir. Let's have another look at this one. So the run from Pires finds Zakir. The defenders don't really shut him down. That guy's got a mohawk. And Endrick just running on to the end of it. Great vision from Zakir and a confident finish from Endrick. He's turning out to be a decent signing. Good piece of business by me. Well done. Right, Graziani now, who is pretty much back to his best possible form at the moment. Mauro's in, Mauro has scored, and that's what I'm talking about. This guy can score some football goals. We've seen him, or I've seen him, do it from range, and we've seen him do it from close. He's been setting things up. He plays that defensive midfielder role really well, but I noticed that he wants to be an advanced playmaker on attack, which I kind of love. So he's very much interchangeable with Janssens, who has also looked really, really good in games. So the midfield, I think we're just about sorted, other than some stronger backups. But if Pires develops, we've got Alvaro Lopez as well, who's starting to look really, really good. Very confident there. It's just the defence. Still a little bit suspect. Raul overall has been doing really, really well. Sakati seems to be settling into that back line nicely and leading the back line. But obviously Raul, as we talked about, being young, he's going to make some mistakes, and just there's going to be the odd brain fart, basically, and silly decisions. I have seen it happen a few times in different matches, but it's becoming less and less, and I'm panicking a lot less. So positive signs. And Sprite Brits in goal, for the most part, has been exceptional. He's just been let down a little bit by those silly mistakes in defence. Mauro's in again. Basically, he's taking up the room that a second striker would in attack, from what we're seeing here. And I love it. I love it. We have got a player there. He was worth every penny, and he's only 18. He's still going to improve and get better, which is madness. Absolute madness. And that is a horrible, horrible cheap goal to concede. Been seeing a lot of those over the last few games. I don't like it. And again, that's just a symptom of that team cohesion just being at the good level and no higher yet. Once it goes very good, things like that will probably back off a little bit. And as the players get more and more used to the system, because it's still very early in the season, I think we're going to be fine. As things stand, we'd go up to 13th in the Champions League, level on points with some of the teams knocking about in those round of 16 automatic go-through-y spots, which is where we want to be. So we're on track. We pump the fists, we rev everybody up. You know how this goes by now. And we get back into the second half, where we can start considering some changes if we can get another goal. We definitely need to stop conceding. That's a problem. This game shouldn't be this tight. We were well in control at 2-0. We've let them back into it a little bit, so we need to send a message that, you know, you can't beat us and you should just give up and go home. Stop trying. That's foul. Pires entering the area at a quarter of his pace, but he's done well and potentially won us a penalty. Penalty it is. Who's going to step up to take? It's going to be Graziani. Otto himself. Awesome. Fires and scores. It is 3-1 to Palermo in La Champions League at home in front of our fans. We're letting off flares. The crowd's going crazy. You love to see it. And I'd say that's his job done. for today because he's going to need a rest, and we'll bring Janssens on at about the hour mark. And that would be delightful. That puts us up to 12th. I think that's where we were before. Let me know in the comments if I'm just repeating myself at this point. It's entirely possible. Mauro now. Go yourself. He does. He shoots. He's hit the woodwork. And he was following his shot in. He nearly got on the end of that too before the defender cleared it. Oh, he's good. Oh, I enjoy watching him play and get involved. I'm going to pause the game. Sakane's going to come off. Solus is going to come on for him. Not because he is Solus. That's not the point. Here comes Janssens. And that will do for now. Just a couple of changes. We'll make some more in about 10 minutes. Now an attacking highlight. Salzburg. We need to deal with the threat. Mauro with a good header. Fine Solus. Our Greek superstar, who was our top scorer for this game with 3 whole football goals. Yeah, with a header. And it's gone just over. He's been looking better and better lately too, getting a bit more game time under his belt. I have struggled a little bit deciding who's going to play up front, Endrick or Zakir, but I like Zakir a lot out on the right-hand side. And that tended to be where he did his damage last season, so I'd like to keep him involved in and around those sorts of positions. Need to make a change in or around the centre-back type zone. Brought Janssens on. I think I'll drop... Will I drop Pires back? I don't know what to do. I've got option paralysis. I'm going to rest Icardi. I'll bring Guerrero on. And another change. I think I'll throw on Antonio Gallo. He hasn't played. No, not Antonio Gallo. Rafael Laker is going to come on for Mauro in the midfield. Because he's got a lot of potential. And get the youngsters involved. We're in the game. It's going to be fine. We've got one more change in our back pocket, which we'll make shortly. Just looking at fitness levels. Who needs a breather? Not super sure. We throw Chirina on. Fire a warning shot across the bow. Tell him to settle down. Good work from Pires. Spoiling a pass. Laker through to Endrick. Great turn from him. Janssens is there, and Janssens has scored off the bench. Lovely work. He just flooded the box with numbers. They couldn't deal with the pressure. 4-1. We're definitely safe to make that final change and just do whatever we want because it's not going to matter. We have sealed the 3 points in a very important Champions League victory and some more money. Lovely first time strike there from Janssens. We are playing well today. I like it. Only time we really haven't played well was that Manchester City game. It was horrible. And that's not the reason why I didn't show you. I struggled for hours to get that editing done and it just did not behave itself at all. We've got Chiavi here. What's your potential like? It's pretty good. Any other youngsters I want to use though? Yeah, I know this is really interesting to watch too. Like just riveting stuff. Let's just get Chirina on for no. Midfield. And we'll rest Pires. Actually, undo. Pires can drop back to centre back. And Lopez can play right there. I like that better. We got there in the end. Confusing myself. Option paralysis. 11th, that puts us up to 1 goal difference. Keep scoring, boys. We could be top of the league by the time this is fit. We can't reach the top. Oh, that's a good ball in. Endrick was there. Leaker now. The youngster shoots and it's gone just wide. I'm going to drop some praise on the lads right at the death because we have absolutely dominated that game. That match momentum, at no point did Salzburg look really dangerous. I mean, yeah, they scored a goal, but who cares? We won the game. Delighted with Endrick's performance. Delighted with Ulic or Zakir, whatever you want to call him. And, of course, Otto Graziani got the ball rolling for us. Lovely, lovely stuff. Pires had a good game too, hopefully. He pulls his head out of his backside and sharpens up. 11th now, and only 3 points behind the likes of Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Atletico. And if we hadn't watched that City game, we'd be right up there in the mix. £2.4 million for us, as part of our victory compensation package, 55 mil in the bank. I'm going to rest these lads right now for a day. Training, rest, everybody chill out. And then as discussed schedule-wise, I'm going to play Monza and then Parma offline. When we come back, we will have a look at PSG and see if we can spank them. We are ready to face PSG. Pretty much everyone is fit except for Tammy Abraham. He's still got his knock. Not quite there yet. And Ricardo Pires still hates our training. But against Monza, it was a 1-1 draw, which was really frustrating. We weren't ahead early, 3 Endrick. And then we conceded later on. Very, very frustrating. And the Parma game, we won 3-1. Goals for Zolis, for Ulic and Graziani. It was 1-1 up until the 91st minute when Ulic scored. And then Graziani pounced on a loose ball in the box with his head to secure the 3 points for us. So we go into the PSG game in pretty good form. We did hold a team meeting and randomly, and I'll be honest, accidentally, I clicked on the option that was like, hey, we've had a good start. No reason why we can't challenge for the title. Thought I'd ruined everything. It all went green. Everyone's on board. So this team wants success, and I'm very, very excited. I'm still umming and ahhing about who to play up front in the absence of Tammy Abraham, because it keeps suggesting Ulic, and I'm not sold on it. I'm really not sold. They don't even want me to play Graziani in midfield. They want Moro on. We'll hold off on that. I've got him playing as the DM, but what I might do is flip that around because I want all of them on. Lopez has been playing really well, but Otto Graziani is Otto Graziani. And I am going to start Endrick up front, unless we start Ulic. Ulic has got an extra half a star at the moment. Ulic gets the nod. Or Zakir, whatever you want to call him. Take your pick. Fill your boots. Right. Into the game. And PSG are like down in the 20s in the Champions League league phase. So they're not having the best of starts. And I'm hoping we can capitalize on that and pick up 3 points. No guarantees. They're a very strong side. Here's our squad, which I forgot to go through. Brits, Maiolo, Raul, Saccardi, Guerreri, Janssens, Maro, Grazianis, Kane and Tuna on the wings, and Zakir up front. These guys, you've got your Donnarummas, you've got your Oshermans, you've got your Ansu Fatis, you've got Mishala. They're a tough side. But we are at home. We're still building the corners of our ground because we knocked them down and we're rebuilding them. Let's get into match mode and play this game. Come on, boys. 3 points against PSG to be massive. Did we play? I think we played them last season and I can't for the life of me remember how we went. I was going to drop encouragement, but we're only like 5 minutes into the match. We have been playing pretty well. Our defense has been a little suspect. What isn't suspect is Otto Graziani with his head again for the second time in as many games, giving us the lead 1-0 over PSG, and that's the kind of start we're after. Now we need to go on with it and not cough up late goals like we did in the Monza match, or cough up any goals. In fact, clean sheet would be delightful. Andreas Jungdahl, our backup keeper, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he did. He played in that Monza game. So clearly he hasn't played again since because we drew and it was annoying. Draws are boring. Oh, Osherman was in there and he sprayed his shot wide, but that is a bit of a warning for us. We need to keep our wits about us. As things stand, would be up into 10th, just outside the round of 16 spots. And that's where we want to be. We don't want to have to play any extra games. We just want to go through, get a week off the Wednesday or Thursday night football, whatever it is we play in the Champions League, give the boys a bit of a breather, and then come out firing in that next phase. We've managed to do it 2 seasons in a row. I'd hate to break that streak. The Kiri's in there with the goal, but I think it's going to be disallowed, which is why I'm not too excited. He did look a little bit offside. Yeah, that's been disallowed or offside. How bad was it? Let's have a look. There he is. Yep. Off by a country mile. I'm going to praise the boys because we're doing well. We're putting pressure on them. 15 minutes to go in the first half, plus time added on. Another couple of goals would be lovely because it looks like it's just goal difference keeping us out of these positions right now. So we can fix that. that would be awesome. But Milan are 2 goals ahead, and they're the ones in 8th that we're chasing down. Oh, right, half-time. Media have given a lot of credit, blah, blah, blah. Rev everybody up as best we can. Get back out there and do more awesome. Zakia, I'm going to demand more from because I'm not happy with him on a 6.5. Come on, you've stolen Endrick's starting spot. You've got 10, 15 minutes to do something. Otherwise, you're coming off. Mauro's not had his best day at the office. And we're going to make a couple of changes here. Mauro's going to come off. Lopez is going to come on. And we'll swap these guys over. At the back, we're looking all right. I'm going to push Zakia out wide, even though he's not playing the best, and bring Endrick on up front. See if we can get something more out of the strikers. Unpause the game, DP. It works better. There we go. Okay. Now, PSG on the attack. We need to cut this off at the knees if we can. Come on, lads. Defend, defend, defend. Don't let him in. That was good work from Sakane, though, to cut out that loose ball just on the edge of the area. And Zakia stolen it. Oh, instant impact. Maybe. Taking it out wide. Plays it back to Maiolo. Cuts inside now. Plays it across, looking for Graziani, but no joy. And now PSG are coming back at us. They've got numbers flooding the middle. Come on. No, don't let him in there. Graziani chasing the loose ball, but no dice. I'm going to demand more. I might upset everybody, but I'm a demanding man. What do you want from me? 20 minutes to go. Sakane's tired. He needs to come off. Solus is going to come on for him. Then we've got a couple of changes in our back pocket, depending on what happens here with this highlight. We're not tracking the run as well. Brits with a good save. Diving across to cut out that threat. Now PSG coming at us again. Janssens does really well to get the ball away. There's Zakia over to Zolas. Fresh legs on the pitch on the left-hand side now. Hopefully that'll help. Brits up to Sakati. Don't get caught there. I will murderize you. Guerreri all the way back to Brits. Launches it up the field. Lopez trying to get on the end of it. No joy. We reclaimed in midfield. Zolas now. Again, the fresh legs. Will they make a difference? So far, so good. Lays it back to Maiolo. Into Raul. Shoots from outside, and that has gone wide. We haven't quite seen the same level of heroics from him lately that I've gotten accustomed to. But, you know, it's fine. We need another midfielder. I think it's going to be Lika we'll put on there. And one more change. Who was stinking up the place? Sakolic. Just swap them over. I've only got the one more stoppage, though. Take him off. And this Aristiano fella can come on, who I've not used. What's the worst that can happen? Pretty much an amateur player in midfield. Everybody's exhausted. It's going to be fine. We're 1-0 up. Under 10 minutes to go. Let's get another goal. Laker. Mauriciano. Lopez cuts inside. Shoots and scores. Alvaro Lopez. I told you he was playing well. Second goal of the season for him. We're 2-0 up against PSG with 7 minutes to go. That should secure the win. And a very important 3 points for us here at Palermo. I'm not sure it's going to be enough to get us up into those qualification spots, but we'll be right on the cusp, and not a lot of games to go, and some easy ones on the horizon. Some tough ones too. We're still going to play Barcelona, I'm pretty sure, but nothing's happened in the last few minutes. I'm absolutely fine with that because we have secured the victory over the French powerhouse. That is really important for our Champions League aspirations after that shaky start against Manchester City. And I'm pretty happy overall with how that went, although Zakia, not his best shift. So there we are. We're in 10th. We haven't really moved. And our goal difference needs a big shot in the arm. But we're in the mix. We're only 3 points off top with Liverpool there. And I'm trying to remember who else we have to play in the Champions League. But first, money, money, money. Delicious. We're selling this kid. He's on his way out the door because we're never going to use him. So we've still got Wolfsburg. We've got Torino to play. Those are 2 teams we should be able to get past. And a couple of our old boys playing for them as well. Then we've got Galatasaray and Barcelona So 4 games left, and I'd expect us to take 6 to 9 points from those. 69 points. No, 6 to 9 points. Excellent, excellent stuff. I'm just going to jump in, give the players a day off who started the match, because the next match is against Cagliari in 3 days. In 3 days' time. Will you let me highlight the Football Manager? No? There we go. We got there in the end. Training, rest, 1 day. And when next we meet, my friends, we shall have a jolly good look at... well, Bari are up here. We haven't seen them for a while. So I think we'll play Wolfsburg and Bari. We'll have a look at that one. Because the Torino game, we'll bypass that one. Then we'll make a whole bunch of progress down here. And we'll check in and around January. So that's going to do it for us today. Again, my apologies for the Manchester City game. I'm not even going to try to show you the highlights because I'm just over it. But until next time, I shall see you next time. Say hi to your mum for me and be good. If you can't be good, don't get caught.